the humanitarian crisis in Iraq. You say more than 1.2 million Iraqis have died as a result of aggression and occupation. You have also said that certain Security Council members are addicted to war. Following your comments, many media outlets have connected the dots and said you were referring specifically to the United States.
My purpose is not to take it out against any one country. But on the other hand, I'm calling for all of us to speak frankly, not to start pulling punches, or that we must call a spade a spade. And I think it's evident. The Security Council was never created as a refuge for criminal activity. And so we have to call attention without naming any country, because people know what I'm talking about. I don't have to be naming. I want all of us not only to speak frankly, but I want all of us to really recognize in each other that we are all brothers and sisters, and that with love and frankness we move ahead.
You also spoke very frankly in respect to the Russia-Georgia conflict. You said it's Georgia who made acts of aggression against South Ossetia when Georgia invaded South Ossetia. You said Georgia violated international law.
First of all, obviously, I'm not the court or a judge. Just look at the history of the events. South Ossetia was attacked. The people in South Ossetia are Russians. They think of themselves as Russians, and they were attacked. That's aggression, because aggression in the sense that we are using it in a legal international law sense means an armed attack unprovoked. Russia reacted to an aggression. Russia did not commit an aggression.
Nicaragua is only the second country after Russia to recognize the independence of South Ossetia and Abkhazia.
Yes.
Why do you think the president of Nicaragua made that decision?
I here am not talking as representative of my government in Nicaragua. As president of the General Assembly, I am the representative of all our nations. So I would prefer not to enter, but I just want to say that I am very happy that Nicaragua did what it did.
The UN is made up of 192 members, but when it comes to setting international law, that power lies with the 15 members of the Security Council, 5 of whom are permanent members and wield veto power. If you could reform the Security Council, what changes would you make?
The Security Council is for sure in need of reform, but that does not mean necessarily doing away at this point in time with veto privileges. God help us if there was not veto privileges. We are seriously involved in a process of trying to really see what it is that we can do significantly. It is the irregular behavior of very few members within the Security Council, few among those who have veto power, very few. They are destroying the prestige of the security of the whole United Nations.
The credibility.
The credibility.
World leaders will be coming here next week to address the international community. What states do you think we should be listening to more that maybe we haven't heard well enough in the past?
The very first speaker happens to be a very dear and close friend of mine for years and years, since before he ever entered into politics. I have great love and respect for him. He is President Lula from Brazil. It's important to listen to him. the United States will be speaking. I think all of us would hope to hear good news. We're keeping our fingers crossed. I'm very anxiously awaiting for everybody's statements and declarations and proposals on how to achieve that peace that the whole world is demanding.